Today we are going to practice PPDT. You have already given the test of OIR, of which the result will be told to you soon. हम लोग practice करेंगे PPDT की. All of you already know the process. I will show you a picture for 30 seconds. It is going to be a very blurry picture. Then I will give you 1 minute to fill that box and write the action of the story. And then after I shall provide you 4 minutes for writing the story based on the picture shown to you. After the completion of the story writing, I will take that sheet back from you, and then you will be made to sit in a semicircle, and then chess number wise you will have to narrate your story one by one. After the completion of the narration of the last person, the group discussion will start, and in the group discussion all of you will have to discuss and come to one single common story. Is there any doubt regarding that? No, sir. You have already given the test of OIR. Always keep this in mind that OIR is not only important for you for the screening, it is as much important for your recommendation as well, because the OIR rating will be written in the top right corner of your PIQ form once you get screened in. So always make sure that OIR rating is quite good, because that is the first thing that any officer will notice about your personality. Other than that, PPDT is a complete test of Mansa, Vacha and Karmana. When you write a story, it is a test of your Mansa. When you narrate the story, it is a test of your Vacha. When you perform a group discussion, it is a test of your Karmana. So perform it in that way. When you write the story, always try to use the first thought that comes to your mind after looking at the picture into a meaningful story. And when it comes to narration, it is a test of Vacha, that means ability to express your thoughts and emotions via speech. So the story that you have written has to be narrated like a story, not like a lecture. कहाँ पे comma आ रहा, कहाँ full stop आ रहा, you will have to use the voice dynamism in order to make it into a effective storytelling. And when it comes to last part, that is Karmana, it is not about discussing and telling your story again and again. It is all about how you perform together like a group to come to one single common conclusion, that is a common story. आपकी स्टोरी से वो कॉमन स्टोरी कितना मैच होती है, इस बात का टेस्ट नहीं है. टेस्ट इस बात का है कि आप उस कॉमन ऑब्जेक्टिव तक पहुंचने के लिए कितनी मेहनत करते हैं. Is it clear? Yes, sir. Is there any doubt in the process? No, sir. Ready for the picture? Yes, sir. Okay. One minute to fill the box and write the action of the story. Start writing a story. 4 minutes for story writing. Okay, all of you stop writing. Stop writing. Collect your PPDT sheets. Collect करो आपस में. Now as you have written your story, now I will be making you sit in a semicircle, chess number wise. So all of you make a semicircle and sit chess number wise. So gentlemen, I hope all of you have written very interesting stories. Now we are going to the second part of the PPDT, that is the narration of your story. So now one by one, all of you are sitting in a chess number. You will have to start narrating your story one by one. While narration, keep it in mind कि आपने खुद की लिखी हुई स्टोरी को नरेट करना है. It is not a lecture, so try to put some emotions to the story as well. Speak loudly, speak clearly, and speak confidently. Grammatical mistakes are acceptable because you all are going for the NDA entry, but confidence में कमी acceptable नहीं है. So as long as your confidence is good, energy level is good, grammatical mistakes are acceptable. Is it clear? Yes, sir. So excited for the test? Yes, sir. Okay, just number 4, start narrating.
Good morning, cadets. Here it was there is a story, and my hero was a school teacher, and there was also a girl. She was a physical teacher, and she was playing kho, and when she saw that there was a girl who was sad, So she went to her and asked what was the problem. So the girl said that she missed parents because she was a very small girl, and at that time the teacher promised him after the school she would be met with her parents, and for that reason she was also sad. So she called her other students to play with her, and she again started the game, so that she did not miss her parents. That's all.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Amar Satyam. In my story, the main character's name is Snehal. One day she returns from school and finds out that her elder sister is very upset. First, she thought that she has been scolded by her parents, so she tries to cheer her up with toys and her favorite foods. But she was still in that same mood, so she takes her out for a walk in the garden. There, she talks with her and finds out that she has been bullied by some kids in the classroom. So she tells her that how she can prevent being bullied, and after that she also contacted her teachers in the school to make sure that those children don't do such behave with somebody else again. Thank you very much. This is my story.
A very warm afternoon to everyone present over here. In my story, there are two sisters. Their name was Neha and Archana, and they used to play in the park nearby their house. But one day, when they go to play, they saw that some people are cutting the trees. But it is restricted to cut the trees in that area. So, being older, Neha took the initiative and complained about those people to the government office, and the government caught the people. And thank you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. My story is a mother and daughter. Daughter is required a toy, but mother is not abused toy because mother is very poor, and he is. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashirwad Yadav. In my story, there are two characters. One is Priya. She is a 28-year-old. She is a government teacher, and her daughter is disappointed about the exams because she was unable to attend the exam because of illness. Because of illness, her mother encouraged her to go to the exam and give the exam, because if you are not attend the exam, that's when you go to attend the exam, you know how to do, and you have a self confidence to solve the question paper, and you know what the time is given to you to manage the things. That's her mother encouraged her. Thank you.
Good morning, friends. There was two characters in my story. First, her mother and her daughter. There was a strong relationship between we can saw in the picture mother with her daughter. The mother was taken her child in her lap and see her daughter with her lots of love and passing to nothingness. That's all. That is my story.
Good morning, gentlemen. My name is Aman. In my story, there are two characters, mothers and daughters. Daughter has upset to the examination because she was very sick and not prepared to exam, and mother was said to her daughter, you are going to me the park, and you will enjoy the moment, and then you prepare your exam and pass your exam. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen. As per the given picture, my main character is Deepika, who was 20 years old, and she was a teacher in a village. One day, a poor girl came to her and tell her situation, that she didn't pursue her study because of her poor family background. So she decided to help her, and now the poor now the little girl became happy because she can achieve her goals. Thank you.
Good morning, gentlemen. In my story, I have seen two characters. The first one is teacher who is 24 years old, and the another one is a girl who is 17 years old. The girl is the teacher is the main character in my story. The girl is from a village who used to study in a Hindi medium school, but all of a sudden she came to an English medium school, and she wasn't she was from a Hindi medium school, so she wasn't able to talk in English. So the students in her surrounding used to mock her for that. So she became very introvert and submissive towards others, and she don't used to talk to anyone. But her English teacher one day noticed that this girl is not taking any interest in English class. So she talked to her and given her that permission that she can take extra classes by her. So that girl goes to her and take an extra class by her, and she suddenly started increasing English and make some friends in her new school. After passing in intermediate, she also topped her in school by just because of her English teacher, and she is very thankful for her. Thank you.
Good morning. In my story, there were two characters named as Suhani and Priya. They were planning for a trip for Uttarakhand. So they started making their budget, but they suddenly find that their budget is over. So they started to cut off some other expenses, and Priya suggested Suhani to take some.
Hello everyone. The hero of my story is a 24-year-old woman named Sunita. She has a 4-year-old child who is now eligible to go for primary education, but in their village there is no school. So she decided to consult the Sarpanch of the village to take some initiative or talk to the DM of the village, DM of the district to build a primary school in their village, and Sarpanch of the village with some people of the village decided to go to the DM office to ask them to build a school in their village. And after 6 months DM took an initiative and built a school in their village. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. In the story there are two characters. Firstly name that Radhika, and secondly Neha. Radhika was the mother of Neha, and one day he told her daughter that she was spend his long time to play but not study. So after listen this, Neha was sad. Then Radhika suggested to Neha, you spend your long time to study, after that you feel better. So Neha going to study, and
okay, next.
Thank you. Good morning gentlemen. My name is Abhishek Tiwari. In this story there are two persons, but the main character of my story is 8-year-old boy Rahul. Rahul is a very enthusiastic and a brave boy. Once a time, Rahul's father has died. And her mother is very upset, and his mother is very upset towards his family and the Rahul's education. But the Rahul said, "Mother, don't worry. I can handle all the situations, and all is well." Thank you, sir.
So this would be the completion of the test of PPDT. If I talk about the overall performance in PPDT, there are 2 to 3 candidates who are performing quite well. Just number 10, just number 124, just number 192 have informed significantly good, and you have a high chance of getting screened in. Just keep working hard.
Thank you, sir.
If we talk about the borderline cases, just number 200, just number 189. These two are the borderline cases. If they want, also just number 170, just number 74. These three are the cases who are borderline. You need to work slightly hard ताकि आप लोग का screening आराम से हो सके. Rest all of you will have to work really hard. The major problem that most of you are facing, जो common आपका remark में लिखा गया है, that is the lack of eye contact, enthusiasm and confidence level. At the start of his test, I have already told you that it doesn't matter what level of English knowledge you have right now, because at the 10+2 level, it all depends on the background that you carry. But the way you present yourself, the way you present your story is very much important, and that is actually of a priority here. कि your confidence level should be high, the energy with which you speak should be high, और आपका self interest काफ़ी high होना चाहिए during the group discussion. Many of you were sharing your ideas, many of you were smiling and not sharing your ideas, so that is definitely not acceptable. Is this clear? Yes, sir. So I just hope that you all work really hard. The best thing is that this is not your SSB. This is just a practice test, not your assessment test. Yes. So with whatever review you are going to get now, just keep working hard individually on that, and let's hope in next time you will perform much better than this, and when you will actually go for the SSB, you will get definite recommendation there. Is it okay? Yes, sir. Okay, thank you all.